All right. Hi, everyone. While I'm out, we're going to take a look at a little bit more advanced factoring. And specifically, what I mean is when the a value isn't 1. And so when we're thinking about the a value, what I really mean is the number in front. And so previously, I said, oh, look, 3, -21, 36, they can all be divided by 3. So if I want to factor this, I can really turn this to x squared minus 7x plus 12 all times 3. And then I can make my box, and I've got x squared, and I've got positive 12. Well, from here, remember, negative 7, the only way I can get a negative 7 in the middle and a positive number on that end is if I'm thinking about factors of 12, I'm really looking for them both to be negative. Negative 1 times negative 12, negative 3 times negative 4, negative 2 times negative 6, and I think that's all of them. Remember, my goal is to say, well, two things multiply to get x squared, x and x, and then two things multiply to get me positive 12, but also combine to get me negative 7x. And I'm betting that's going to be this one right here. And just to verify, now I have x times negative 3, negative 3x, and I have x times negative 4, negative 4x. And if I write them all out, sure enough, these two terms in the middle definitely simplify to be negative 7x, so I know I'm good to go. And therefore, my factors are these. So my final answer is 3 times x minus 3 times x minus 4. Basically, that was the most advanced case we had in the past. Well, now let's look at a case where it's not quite this nice. There is no way I can divide all of these numbers by 2, and so I'm kind of left in a tough spot. Now I got to leave a 2x squared in my box and a minus 15. Well, previously, x times x got me x squared. But because I have a 2x squared, I'm still going to have x, but now I'm going to have a 2x on one side. Now I'm going to look for factors of negative 15. Got 3 and negative 5, or negative 3 times positive 5, and I have 1 times negative 15, or negative 1 times 15. So let's say, in this case, I'm going to pick one that I know doesn't work. I'm going to put a negative 3 here and a positive 5 here. Then I'm going to end up with x times 5 plus 5x. But this box, notice I have a negative 3 and a 2x here. 2x times negative 3 is really going to be negative 6x. And so I end up with 2x squared plus 5x minus 6x minus 15. Well, there is no way that plus 5x minus 6x results in positive 7x. So this one doesn't work. However, in the past, I could say, let's cross that off the list. But this time I can't because 2x and x are different. Turns out the order matters. So having 5 and the 2x together, all I'm going to do is say, what if we try the opposite? Maybe I have x times 2x for 2x squared again. But to get negative 15, I'm going to try putting the plus 5 down here and a minus 3 up here. And now I get negative 3 times x is negative 3x, and positive 5 times 2x is positive 10x. And now my box contains this. And these certainly do combine to get me positive 7x. So therefore, my factored form must be 2x minus 3 times x plus 5. There's my answer. So the big deal is, rather than having just x and x, I now have x and a number in front of my other x term. And that causes the order of where I put my factors to matter. All right. With that said, I'm going to take a look at a couple more cases. In this case, once again, I run into the problem that 4 is in front, but not all of these numbers can be divided by 4. 20 can, but 21 can't. So I'm stuck keeping 4x squared again. And in this case, I know that 2x times 2x is 4x squared. I also have a plus 21. The factors, notice how they're all positive, so all I'm going to worry about are 1 and 21, 3 and 7. Well, if I do a plus 3 and a plus 7, I'm pretty confident this one's not going to work. You could try it, but pretty sure it won't. Notice how I have 2x times 3 plus 6x. I have 2x times 7 plus 14x. And now I have 4x squared plus 6x plus 14x plus 21. All right, and there I have it. I can tell that these two certainly are going to add up to 20x. And now my factored form then is 2x plus 3 times 2x plus 7. All right, and finally, this is a case that combines everything we've done so far. I'd like to divide everything by 6, but 21 can't be divided by 6 and neither can 45. But turns out they can all be divided by 3. So sometimes I can't divide by the whole number in front, but I can divide by something smaller. So I could divide them all by 3. So I pulled the 3 out in front, and everything divided by 3, this is what's left. Well, if you remember on the other side, I actually already factored this one. So you could rewind this video a little bit, and you'd see that we had put 2x squared and a minus 15 inside. And I knew that x times 2x is 2x squared. Then when I did factors of 15, I said negative 1 and 15, or 1 and negative 15, or negative 3 and 5, 3 and negative 5. And on that previous one, we had decided that if I put plus 5 minus 3, it ends up working. All right. So this checks out, which means these are my factors. And everything's going to look the same, except, remember I had taken that 3 out at the beginning. I just got to make sure that shows up at the end. And there you have it. So I'm calling this special cases of factoring, but really it's just the most advanced version of factoring we're going to see. So take a shot at today's Desmos assignment, and then when I see you, when we return on Tuesday, we'll talk about these problems. All right, have a good week.